Twin Cities up. Adam. I'm Jack. Tomczak. That's Andrew Lee.
Good morning, Jack.
Good morning, Andrew.
How are you?
Well, how are you, sir?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you. And yours. The show, as always, produced by Lump.
Good
I
morning.
was wondering if she was ever going to turn that music down.
I like that song.
I like to make you scream.
Get that drop.
On the show today, all kinds of fun stuff. In the 8 o'clock hour, comedian Brian Miller will be third wheeling. Also, we'll talk with Bridget Cronin. She's with the Ars Bellum Foundation. She's been on before to talk about this weekend's Tomorrow's Beyond the Battlefield benefit. I'll be emceeing that. So it'll be awesome. That's how it works.
Is that all
Just
it takes?
because you're involved?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's amazing.
You're a quality MC.
I think so. I can read words other people have written down for me. Sometimes.
Most of the time.
Well, as long as they're not in all caps, that confuses me.
Does it?
I blame you. Ars Bellum Foundation is a group that is using art to help veterans deal with PTSD. And then we had a bunch of other stuff planned that all revolved around State Representative Nick Zerwas, but apparently session ran late last night. Nick is a big baby, so he went home to get sleep.
Yeah, we got a text
human
at like
beings need that.
2 in the morning, 1:30 in the morning. We got a text from him. It actually woke me up saying, session just ended. I'm on my way back home to Elk River. There's no way I will be coherent come 7 a.m. So he bailed on us.
Poor guy.
He bailed on us. He probably knew because he knew we were talking about his overregulated rubdowns.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't want any part of that. Plus, he ate a giant, he ate a Hershey's bar yesterday that was the size of him. So that might have something to do with it as well.
Or like the size a little bit smaller?
Oh, it was the kind you get
So
in
it's just
Halloween
the
bags.
regular one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a little mini.
It's just a normal.
Well, kind you can put in your pocket because he's tiny.
Yeah.
Tiny Nick.
Hashtag Tiny Nick. Give Nick Zerwas a hard time for not coming on the show today. Tweet to him and use the hashtag Tiny Nick. Also at 6:40, Congressman Tom Emmer calling in. We'll talk with him as per usual.
Yep.
And a very full, very interesting election bags today. We're going to get into how Bernie Sanders is targeting working Americans and going after the people who need to be gone after the least and taking away their jobs because he's a jerkball.
He is a jerkball.
And some other, if you think Donald Trump is a totalitarian, authoritarian dictator in waiting, wait to hear what Bernie Sanders wants to ban.
He hates people.
He does.
He hates people.
Not as much as John Boehner hates Ted Cruz. We'll get into that.
We'll get into that as well. Also, we have a ton of prizes to give away today.
Like a ton.
We have like a ton.
Like a ton.
We have like a ton of prizes in gross weight.
Yes.
We're giving away very heavy things today.
Super heavy.
And I have the extra giving away of the movie passes for Monday that I don't know if I can squeeze in because you guys are giving away all this other stuff.
We have a ton of stuff to give away.
free show.
Lump, tell everybody what they can win today.
So today you can win a pair of tickets to see comedian J.B. Smoove. We also have a pair of tickets to see The Who. We actually have several pairs of tickets to see The Who this Sunday. So be listening for The Who bumper music
right
throughout the show.
But before 8 o'clock, between now and 8 o'clock, we will do the Who bumper music. When you hear that, be caller number 25.
Let's go 25.
25.
That's a good solid number.
At 651-995-855. Don't call now.
Don't call right now.
Don't call now.
Heck, call now.
Don't call now.
But yeah.
When you hear
lots of
the
stickers.
Who bumper music, and then that will also be the prize for today's parody song contest at 8:40.
Perfect. So
Right.
you have several chances.
You have
and I
several
think
chances to win
yeah.
tickets to see the Who this Sunday.
It'll be a great show. And yesterday, a lovely lady won, and she screamed on the phone for a solid couple of minutes.
That's
and
awesome.
It was like she was so excited, and it was really nice. That was the most excited that I've ever had someone get when we're giving something away. And I know that that's how I would react, so it was nice to.
Yeah, so if you're going to call in and you win something, scream into the phone.
Yeah.
Loudly. Or just do that anyway if you're just calling in to chat with us.
That's
Before you do anything else, scream in Lump's ear
Please
as
don't.
loud as you can.
I'll hang up on you.
And then
That is
say,
our
my name's
traditional-
Dave and I want to talk about John Boehner.
our traditional greeting on the show is
Scream.
to just scream.
I will close down the phone line so you can't call me back.
My
Scream
name's
right.
Dave. I'd like to talk about Donald Trump.
Why does Dave sound like a narwhal?
Maybe Dave is a narwhal.
Yeah.
I don't hate.
So
Good.
lots of
good.
chances to win prizes today. So be listening all throughout the morning. Once again, when you hear the Who bumper music between now and 8, be caller number 25 651 989 5855 for your chance to win.
And if you're hoping to see comedian JB Smoove, to see him, that's this Saturday.
Yeah, that's tomorrow night.
Yes.
The Who is Sunday night. JB Smoove is tomorrow night.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
we got your weekend covered, man.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't have plans, well, you do now.
Yeah. And we'll probably just do a caller number, whatever, at some point.
Yeah. So be sure to be here for that.
I was going to see how long it took you to finish that sentence.
We might do things.
I assumed that you would jump in.
Unless there's stuff. Andrew's not always going to be there to catch you.
That's true.
When I fall.
Why else would he catch you? All right. I owe the listeners and some other people an apology.
That's pretty much a daily occurrence. What's it for today?
That's what we have our daily 9:30 HR meeting for.
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I did it again.
So be here at 7
Sorry, I forgot pants today.
for my heartfelt apology.
You familiar with the phrase long in the tooth?
Means old.
Yeah, it means old. You know why it means old? You know the origins of that phrase?
I always
Because
thought it was
horses-
like something to do with horses.
I figured you would know. This is right up Lump's alley.
Yeah.
Why?
Horses' teeth never stop growing.
Right.
So when they're
And-
old.
And their gums recede as they age as well.
Yep. And when they're you are every year they need to have yearly teeth floating appointments where they grind the teeth down.
That sounds awful.
Otherwise they get
Glad
all
I'm not a horse.
Otherwise they can wear if the horse's jaws aren't aligned perfectly, they'll wear unevenly and then they end up with really long teeth. So an old horse
Is
if they're long in the tooth if they haven't had regular maintenance. But it doesn't flow as well.
Sure.
you're long in the tooth and you haven't had regular maintenance.
Okay, so that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
Relevance?
Nope. None whatsoever. Just thought it was interesting. I heard the phrase being used yesterday. I forget the context, and I was curious. And I'd never looked into where that phrase came from or the origins of it. So I did, and I thought I'd share what I learned.
Oh. All right, when we return, where does the saying, 2 apples, 1 apple a day, an apple a day? I screwed up my joke. All right, boss man, what's in the news bag when we return?
I don't know. Lump has it all, but I know Mark Dayton is convening a diversity summit.
Mark Dayton
He's gonna have a diversity audit of the state government.
is convening.
I like to make you scream.